My name's Emma. I'm in my second year at Sussex University. I'm currently studying history.
I'm also 20 and studying history, and I did an extra year of sixth form, so I didn't get the grades that I wanted the first time.
What was the main thing you were worried about?
It was mainly fitting in for me, really. I'm a very sort of anxious person, and actually I do overthink and over worry about things. So for me, it was whether I would fit in with people that I'm studying with, and as I didn't know anybody else that was doing my course, how quickly I would make friends and how quickly I get to know people and the support networks being there and everything. But it has been really, really good. You'll find that because you're studying something that with a group of people that are also wanting to study, you learn about each other really, really quickly. You're obviously really similar personalities because you're studying the same thing, so you will fit in, you will just click with people and you'll get to know people and you'll build those friendship networks up quite naturally.
So how about you, Nathan? What did you think was your major concern before you applied to university?
The main thing for me was getting the grades. So obviously for this course it was quite a high entry requirement, and I wasn't sure if I'll get it or not. But I found out it's not so much a big problem as you think it will be. It's quite often they do lower the expectations, and you can get lower grades than what they actually ask for anyway.
Have you adapted to independent life and moving away from your parents?
It just comes naturally. When you're thrown in the deep end of moving out, having to live independent, you just do it. You don't even give it a second thought when you're in it. It just comes naturally. You've got to remember that the people you're living with, or if you're living by yourself, are all going through the same thing.
If you had advice for students, maybe in year 11 or as they're going to sixth form, any advice for them, in hindsight, what things you might have done differently?
Well, I wouldn't worry. I would take it as it comes, take it easy. If university is meant for you, it's meant for you and it will happen. There's always something out there, so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You can move on and you'll find something in your life that you were meant to do. If in my position in year 11, I would tell myself to calm down. GCSEs may seem like an absolute massive milestone. It may seem that it's a really, really difficult thing to achieve, but in honesty, you'll get there, you'll sit down in your exams and you'll do fantastically. You'll do as well as you're meant to do and how well that you allow yourself to do. And if you want to progress to A-levels, then you can. If you want to go into work, then that's also completely fair enough, and that's absolutely fine. And again, my college self, I would tell to calm down again. It's not the end of the world if you need to repeat a test. It's not the end of the world if you need to go through another year like Nathan did. We're just proof that whatever comes your way, just adapt to it, just get on with it, and if you really want it, just work as hard as you can. You'll get there in the end. And the whole process of applying to university and getting there is absolutely fine. You're step by step. There'll be people there to support you along the whole way, and it's fine, honestly.
Did you ever have any doubts about going to university?
I did. After some of my exam results, especially in college, it sort of got me thinking, is this really going to be for me? Am I really able to do it? I started doubting myself. But in all honesty, if you want to do it, you'll make it work. And if you have to retake a few exams, you'll have to retake a few exams. But if you're passionate about it, then you can go in and you can just do it. It's fine. As Nathan said earlier, with the entry requirements, you may be looking at a course such as history, like we do. That was AAB requirement. But in reality, they'll look at you. They'll look at your personal statement, and they'll look at your personal circumstances. And if you don't quite hit it, they're still going to accept you. As long as you come across as someone that really wants to do it, at the end of the day you'll get into the university of your choice and the course of your choice too. It really opens doors to different opportunities. A lot of people say, you're spending so much money to go to university. It's such a risk that you could end up with a massive debt over your head and no job at the end of it. Well, okay, that is a possibility, but if you look at how many jobs require a degree, not a specific degree, but a degree to do, you're a little bit silly to not consider university, really, because it really opens your horizons, really opens your doors, and at the end of the day, you may have that debt over your head, but it's not a horrible debt, as some of you may think. People aren't going to come around and repossess your stuff if you can't pay it off. You only pay it off after you're earning £22,500 a year, and to be honest, it's not the kind of debt that stops you from getting other loans. So you really shouldn't let that put you off. As I said, there's always people to support you, and yeah, I mean, I think it's valuable. If you don't use your degree at the end of the day, you don't use your degree, but at least you've got it. You'll learn to live independently of your parents. You'll learn how to handle money, because obviously it is tight, but it's doable. And you'll just learn how to interact with new people. You'll make loads of friends. You'll have great times going out, So it's well worth doing.
One thing I would suggest is doing extracurricular activities. Because if you are going to uni, you're definitely going to need to put something fairly unique on your personal statement, just if you're that age or other people. And even if you don't go to uni, it's just a great life experience to have, and it can certainly help you with other things. So if you want to get a job, or you can go to college, or just other things like that.
It was a massive milestone for me to come to university, but the support networks that are in place, I mean, in every aspect, they're great. They'll get in contact with you. I mean, when you're applying through UCAS, one of the things they'll ask is, do you have any disabilities, any mental health problems, anything that you want support with? And what they'll do is they'll get in contact with the university of your choice and get them to contact you directly. So even before I started, they said, look, if you've got any problems, these are the people that are here to contact. And they're there for you throughout the whole of your university life, and just started building networks up from even before I started here, so it is really good. They do that financially as well, so if you've got any financial worries, they'll tell you exactly who to get in contact with, or they'll even get in contact with you directly. It's really good. I mean, it's a learning curve, as our seminar shooters say, especially in your first and second years, and even into your third year. You're constantly learning. It's there, practice essays and things are there for you to make mistakes. If you've got questions, they're not expecting you to know inside and out of your subject. They're there to constantly support you. If you've got questions, they are there. They're more than happy to ask. Seminars are a way for you to present your thoughts and feelings, and for them to play on them, build on them, but also support you and correct you if you're not quite there. So they're never going to leave you out in the dark. They're never going to leave you in that sense. They'll always be there to support you and help you with any problems you have.